Hi everyone, it's OrbPrincess here. So I'm bringing you my Each Room is One Tile Bigger challenge today. So this is a challenge brought to us by James Turner, formerly known as the Sim Supply. Basically, it's exactly as it sounds. Each room is one tile bigger than the last. So I managed to get from 1 to 20 tiles with this build, and I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. So I want to show it off a little bit. So it turned out to be $104,000. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath, and it's in Oasis Springs. Coming on in, we have a little skinny hallway to the right and a little sitting room to the left. We'll go back there in a little bit, but for now we're going to go down that skinny hallway. So yeah, this is on the Arid Ridge lot, and it's in the Skyward Palms neighborhood, so I totally went into it and did a beautiful Mediterranean, totally fitting the style of the neighborhood. And especially here, I wanted it to feel super cozy, but also updated. So coming on here into this dining room, it's super tiny, but I wanted it to feel very fresh. So we have the chairs with the slip covers and everything like that, lots of flowers. Excuse the clipping there. But I wanted it very, 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 very cozy. I love how that end table turned out. And I love that this room is right across from the kitchen. It just feels very classic to me. And I feel like although this home is probably very renovated, they probably wanted to keep those sort of classic touches. Yeah, with the kitchen here, I wanted plenty of tile, plenty of different touches, but not too much clutter. I wanted this kitchen to be very usable, and I had a vision that this is a very active household. Now, going around to the living room, I love this room. This is probably my favorite room in the house. Now, this is actually two separate rooms, a 15 tile and a 10 tile, and I used that center wall to actually become a beam. So here, I just love all the different plants I managed to get and all the colors, and it's so cozy. Now going down the hall into this little sitting room, it definitely continues the coziness, but just on a more formal vibe. It's more of a parlor or a proper sitting room. And we have the settee, we have bookcase, and I just find that this would be a gorgeous room to get some reading done or something like that, especially because it's alongside the office, so I could definitely picture some really cozy like homeschooling or like working vibes going on. But yeah, coming into this office, it is definitely probably a little chaotic if you were actually working here because it is the hallway. Now, I wanted this to feel very classic with the paneling and feel very heavy and matchy, like with the different range of woods. So it's a little chaotic if you want all matching, but whatever. Now the adjoining bathroom, I wanted it to feel like it's probably hasn't been renovated yet, and it just kind of has that ridiculous style, and I adore that bathroom. It's just super cozy to me. Yeah, so going on up to the second floor, I also love the way that the bedrooms turned out, so I'm super excited to show them off. So this room here, I have that nested bookcase. This is actually a 19 tile, and I wasn't sure exactly what I would do with that little rogue 1 square, but I'm so glad I had it to nest that bookcase. I could just imagine sitting up here reading, looking out on that balcony there, just really enjoying a beautiful, maybe not summer day because we are in the desert, but maybe fall day. Now going into this bedroom at the top of the stairs, I very much wanted it to feel like a play date at the park. I wanted it super cute and cozy, but still very affordable, especially because a lot of the children's stuff does get pretty expensive very quickly if you're trying to have a stylized look. So I like to make that look happen with decals. Now this one decal in particular over the crafts table is probably one of my favorite decals to use in an economic build. I used it in both of the kids' rooms. Now it is actually a wall mural, and it's only 5 simoleons, and I just size it down and make it look super cute. So that's a tip from me to you. Now here we go into the Jack and Jill bath. Now here is the proof of the challenge. Now, normally, what I'm probably going to do when I actually play this build is I'm going to take that one wall out and then put in a shower there, and then actually have it as a proper full bath. But for now, it's just a kind of funny half bath. It's a little hard to show it, so I'm putting in some photos just to see if you can kind of orient yourself and get the vibe. But coming on here, I love this room so much. It definitely has 2000s vibes to me. I definitely get Xenon Girl of the 21st Century vibes. Now, I definitely feel like this is maybe like a 13 or a 14-year-old, and this kid is probably the coolest kid, like, in class, you know, looking out onto their pool and everything. So I just wanted it to have a very fun, easy-go-lucky, all that sort of stuff. And you'll see there's that swatch I was telling you about of the mural. So there's one other swatch as well of that mural that I didn't use in this house. So there is a lot of different versatility with that. So just throwing it out there. There's ways to really make an impactful moment in your builds without spending too much money. Now there's that bookcase again. I'm glad I actually had that tile to nest that in. Makes it really cozy. Now this master bedroom I am absolutely obsessed with. I love it so much. I really wanted it to have a vintage but like modern vibe, so I went in with the browns, the purples, the greens, and just wanted it to feel super cozy. Now I even put in a little balcony there, and that's definitely something I recommend with this challenge, for especially if you have any strange odd number tiles, or if you just have one of the smaller number tiles and you're not sure what to do with it. Maybe you have enough bathrooms, maybe you've like, you know, you got your hallway all figured out and you just don't know what to do with a rogue like 2 square. Make a balcony. It's technically still a room and it creates really beautiful architectural interest, and I think it really changes the build. So, and to be completely honest, I don't think people would expect it out of this challenge. So going into the master bathroom, it's just a very simple bathroom. I wanted it to feel very similar to the bedroom, so saturated colors and very kind of regal look to it, but also kind of simple. So I used a vanity from Cats and Dogs and a very bold swatch just to give it some impact. Now going back downstairs, we're going to be going around the hallway and going downstairs to show you the outside. I love the way that this backyard looks. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, super calming, and I love the way that this house has so many windows, all focused on bringing the outside inward. That's one thing I was noticing when I was taking all these photos, is you just get such a gorgeous view from pretty much every room. And so another reason why I absolutely love that I placed it on this lot in this neighborhood. It just blends in seamlessly. Now with the landscaping, normally I'm pretty infamous for going a little overboard with my landscaping and pretty much doubling the cost of my property costs. But I kept it very simple, and I wanted it to look just freshly landscaped. Like they just installed those bushes, they just filled it out, and I think I definitely made that work. Now those planters alongside the hot tub are from Romantic Gardens, and I think they're just so fun to do a nice anchoring of the space. Now I nested my trash can behind the hedges, and I'm so glad I did that because you can't see it from the road, you can't see it from the screenshots, and I'm just so glad. Now that's what I was talking about here, is those odd number tiles for verandas and balconies and things like that. This build was completely made by the balconies and verandas and all that. I feel like if I wasn't able to implement that, it would not be the same build at all. So here we are, just kind of finishing up our final looks at the property. Here you can see that beam I was telling you about in the living room. Now with this, I feel like this room needed a beam. I feel like it just really opens up the space and makes it super cozy. And going on up to the bedrooms, I also wanted it to feel really balanced and nobody had a super giant room or anything like that. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to see any of these builds live, follow me on Twitch and you can actually get a notification and see them well before I get around to posting them on YouTube. But again, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or on Twitch, it's just OrbPrincess on all of them. Alright, have a great day, guys. Bye!